Yeah, I'm really curious to dive into the different ways of those, like a small team of highly capable individual with strong curiosity and can move fast versus that your competitors have much larger team, more resources. So I want sort of diving into that to see what are the differences you notice on day-to-day basis on execution for those two teams, those two type of teams.
I think, look, you need to have a good balance, even in a smaller company, like relatively like ours, a couple hundred people. You need to have this balance of long-lived uh, teams that are focused on kind of the core platforms. So if that's like modular architecture, shared services, um, or libraries and frameworks that are reused. So these are like the engineers that are enabling the iterative process and the more feature-based development, which is generally shorter time box projects. So you need to make sure that every functional team has some kind of core set of individuals that are just focused on enabling your shipping cadence to continue to grow. And so that's kind of how we set things up here, where on mobile, we have a core team. On backend, we have a core team. Web, we have a core team. And these individuals are focused on the architecture, on the component libraries, on let's say, the frameworks, shared services. And that enables you then, whilst they are kind of moving at a slower cadence, they're building the robust foundations of which everyone else then can iterate on top of. And I think then with the feature engineers or product engineers that are often called, we're able to pull together cross-functional teams, full stack, around a particular feature. Like recently, we launched recurring buys, and so you can bring those full stack engineers together to deliver on that one particular feature, and you do that very quickly because they have the foundations, right? They have the wallet, they have the ability to do pay in, pay out, ability to swap. Like all those other components have already been built by other team members, and they're just building on top of that an additional layer of complexity and business logic that we then package up as a product feature. So I think that's kind of how we've tried to maintain that balance so that you're not too heavily focused on execution at all costs, and you're not so focused on making sure you have a perfect architecture, which then hinders or impedes your ability to ship.